Welcome to another episode of OSFirstTimer. In this episode, I'm going to be unboxing the Surface Pro 128GB, which just arrived just then. Can't actually get it in Australia yet, so I just got it from here. And this is an iPad, by the way, not the Surface Pro. So we'll first undo all this packaging. I ordered it 3 weeks and 1 day ago, so it took a long time to get here. Okay, let's see. Lots of bubble wrap, first of all. Very sealed tight, that's good. Double bubble wrapped. I was wrong, it's not double bubble wrapped, it's triple bubble wrapped. And something fell out. What's this? I think, yeah, that's just sticking into the wall. It says, Travel Universal Adapter with Safety Shutter. Now, finally, after all these layers of bubble wrap and stuff, we have the Surface Pro the right way up. And it's got Windows 8 Pro in it. Now, I like Windows 8 on a tablet. I don't like it on a desktop computer. I would never install Windows 8 on that computer. I've got Windows 7 on it. Windows 8, in my opinion, is a tablet operating system that's trying to be desktop-y and tablet-y at the same time. But I think it really suits a tablet, and that's why I'm getting this, so I can get Windows 8 and also have desktop applications and stuff. I've got all these little plastic things, so I'll just get that off now. Okay, that's off. Here we go, the Surface. And yet another plastic thing. Initially when I took it out of the box it almost fell out. Okay, let's move the camera onto the box so we can see what's going on. And just to show you this box, it is the Surface Pro 128GB. I'm glad it was that. I wouldn't want to wait another 3 weeks in case they sent me the wrong one. Surface with Windows 8 Pro. So when we begin unboxing the Surface, it just comes in this white box. We flip that open. Out popped a pen. I have no idea where this came from, but as soon as I opened this, it just jumped out at me. And when I look in the box, I can't see any place that it would come from. I don't know where it came from. It's like magic. It's got a little blue tip and it's for using on the Surface Pro. Okay, now on this side, we've got what looks like, yeah, we put this into the wall, so a PowerPoint adapter type thing. Overall, the cord is a reasonable size. It's actually, when I stretch my arms out, that's how long it is. So it's pretty good. And it's even, yeah, it's got more too. So this will be much better than the iPad. The problem with the iPad cord is it just doesn't seem long enough. You stick into the wall, want to try and use your iPad, but you're like so close to the wall it's impossible to use. But this Surface Pro has this really big charging cord. It's got this and this. And this cord alone is bigger than the iPad's one. So let's try and hook that up now. Hook this inside here. Plug it into the wall. Now, so I think it's missing the grounding prong or something like that. So here we go, here's my iPad one or iPhone or whatever I use to charge with it, and I'll just stick this. What? So let's try this. So I'll just stick it in now, and this obviously is the part that sticks into the Surface Pro. Okay, now the part we've been waiting for is checking out the Surface Pro. So I'll take it out. Good, they've got a little tab here so when I pull it up, it comes out. It's lighter than I thought it would be, because I heard a lot of people saying it would be really heavy. Oh, my goodness, it just gained 2 pounds of weight. What just oh, I don't know, it's about what I expected it would be. It's a bit heavier than I'd like it to be, but it's still nice and usable. Oh, and it's quite wide. Let's compare the iPad 2 that I currently have with this. So this is the Surface Pro, and this is the iPad 2. iPad 2 is slightly taller, not as wide as this. The screen display size of the iPad 2 is 9.7 inches. Surface Pro is 10.6 inches. Does it come with instructions? But I'm guessing they must be under here. Here we go. It has a little Surface, so just under the Surface Pro. So, oh, that's where the pen was. So the pen was just hiding up the top. It tricks you. You think it's a book, then it kind of opens up like this, and you sign in with your Microsoft account. Great, because I've got one. Saying to connect the touch cover and type cover and stuff. Yeah, it doesn't come with a keyboard. I didn't get a keyboard with this just because the Beckx Tech, they don't give you a keyboard with this. So I can't get a touch cover or a type cover. I'm just going to use it without that. In the future, if it does get released in Australia, they'll probably have the keyboard so I can buy later, but for now I'll just use it without the keyboard. And this little booklet is just a warning, health and safety in like 100 different languages. So let's check this out and see if we can get it to boot. I've got to say the weight difference. I can barely notice. Obviously the Surface Pro is heavier. I can feel the iPad's lighter, but it's not too bad. It's not something that would actually annoy me. It's not like this is unusable because it's slightly heavier. Okay, so I'm just going to look around. I like the little Microsoft logo at the bottom. It looks really nice. And there's also a logo at the back, but this back looks like it could really attract fingerprints. Everything with touchscreen attracts fingerprints today anyway, so I'm not too fussed about that. And at the side it looks like it's got the same kind of charging thing. And there's a port there, I think that's a HDMI port, but I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that. And that looks very similar to the on button of an iPad. I can easily see that's the USB port. Maybe we could even boot Ubuntu with this. And there is the plus and minus buttons here for the volume, and that looks like just a audio jack port. And there's a camera at the front and a camera at the back just here. Ah, I've noticed something. This isn't a button. It feels like a touchscreen kind of thing, so that's an interesting idea. The button's just here at the top, so that's a nice spot. And I've turned it on and it says Surface. Oh, it's noisy. Whoa, that is noisy. Well, it's not noisy, it's very quiet, but I just guess I've never heard any sounds coming out of my iPad, and this sounds like about 1,000 little insects pricking each other inside my iPad. Okay, so your display language. Well, obviously I'm going to want English, and it's just got the license terms. Oh, it's very crisp. It's 1080p HD, and I can really notice it's different to my iPad 2. So just a few settings now. I think I'll have it just as this blue. And my name, okay, PC name. Keyboard. Okay, one complaint is where is the keyboard? Oh, you double tap. Okay, so you double tap to bring up the keyboard. It's a very nice looking keyboard, I must say, too. Oh, it makes sounds too. Just typing it in, great. I think I like it better than the iPad sounds. Oh, and that looks different too. Oh, you're not allowed. I was going to say Philips PC, but I'll just call it Philip. Oh, you can't have spaces. Well, I'll just call it Philip then, because you can't actually have spaces. Wireless, okay, I'll just hook up to that. Connect. Okay, enter the password. Now to get rid of the keyboard, I think you press this button. That must be a caps lock or a numbs lock. So far I don't know how you get rid of the keyboard, but there we go. Settings, music, or customize. Turn on sharing, sure. Update the PC. Yeah, I'd always want to have updates on. I don't know if I want, because I just feel that's going to just send information all the time and slow down my internet or just use data. It wouldn't use much, but you know. Check online for support. Yeah, sure. Okay, country, no, this is not the United States. Okay, I'm a bit confused on how you press this. I'm trying to press this down. When it was like this, I could actually select, like, you know, country and region and stuff like that. But, okay, that was just a bug. So if Microsoft can fix that bug, it would save a lot of hassle for new users. Okay, Australia. So this is where you use your email account. Fantastic. Okay, now let's see how this works. I'll just press enter. Okay, now I just enter the password. An interesting point to note, I just had to tap this password thing once. So I think there was a bug before or something anyway. Next. Okay, now just the security info. Okay, now I'm just going to do next. Now I've got to admit this is taking quite a long time. I'm sure it's going to do a bunch of setup, so once it's done all this setup, then we'll check out what happens. Oh, it's just turned itself off. There's a little bit of light bleeding at the bottom, as you can see how the light kind of bleeds out. It's not too bad though, and when the screen's on, I'm sure you won't even notice it. After your PC is ready, swipe from any edge. Oh, so that brings up the charms bar. Move your mouse into any corner. I guess, okay, that's if you're on a desktop computer, it's telling you, you move your mouse. So, we're getting your PC ready. Okay, let's start. Okay, there we go, the famous Windows 8 start menu replacement is what I'll call it. Is this smooth? Pretty smooth. It seems slightly laggy, like to compare to the iPad I don't notice any lag, but this, slightly, but how often am I going to be doing this all day? So we'll just see some of these default things. I'll see what the desktop looks like. Nice. Open that. It's pretty fast and it's pretty easy to grab these windows too. They're not that hard. What about pressing X? Yep, easy. Now let's try and open the Charms menu. Oh, that was easy. Start. And what about if I wanted to go lock screen actually? There's the famous lock screen. And you can, yeah, that's much better. On a desktop computer, it feels really dumb clicking and then dragging the mouse up, but on this, it's a quick swipe. It's easy. So overall, this is seeming pretty nice. I'll test out the camera. Are you serious? Can camera use your webcam and microphone? No, I'd like to use a camera application that isn't allowed to access my microphone. Of course it can. So let's see this. Oh, okay, so this is me. Do you know what is so funny? It was so crystal clear. I thought this was a mirror. I was looking through the camera and I was like, oh, it's a mirror. And yes, it is. It looks like it's a mirror. That's how clear it is. Change camera. And that's showing, yeah, what's outside. That's a bit laggy, I've got to admit. Like going side to side. It could be less laggy. That's my only piece of advice. And it's got camera options. Okay, resolution. Oh, you can change it, but it doesn't go any higher. Video stabilization it's got. There we go, so that's on. Is it stabilized? Oh, well, I've got to admit it does slightly feel it, but I can't say it's a big improvement at all, really. Now, if I want to get out of this app, I think you drag your finger. Yeah, that's how you do it. You drag from top to bottom to get it out of it. I'll just see what Internet Explorer is like. That's really good. I noticed that boot up time of Internet Explorer was really fast. I noticed on the normal Surface it's quite slow. That was pretty instant. So I'll just try and type something in here. So let's go to the famous google.com. Okay, google.com. I want to see if Flash works.
New party rockers and Furby in new colors, each looks like better.
Okay, so it looks like Flash is installed by default, but yeah, Flash does work, and it is loading and stuff, and this is quite smooth, so I do like this experience I'm getting. It's running Flash perfectly, the speed's fine-ish. It could be faster than that though, but it's working, that's the main thing. Let's just see if it runs. I think Flash video will be a bit better than something like this though, but yeah, this does work. Okay, that's fine. You can see it runs. Yep, great. Okay, let's stop that now, and we'll quit that tab. Great, so yeah, I was just reading that Flash is installed by default. Now let's try some 1080p video. One thing I've noticed, when you press this button, it gives like a little vibration. It feels like I pressed it really hard, so hard that the iPad's shaking, but it's a funny thing. It's like a buzz, like when a PlayStation controller buzzes in your hand, it feels like it's buzzing on my finger. Wow, that's addictive. Okay, I'll just see what else we've got. So video, does it come with any preview videos? Hopefully it just comes with one 1080p one. So here's YouTube running. It looks like it's in mobile mode. Okay, but let's see. If I click this settings and do 1080p, this is just some random video. Let's see how this works, and I'll do it full screen. That doesn't look very 1080p to me. Wait a sec. So yeah, that is 1080p, and it's playing the 1080p video just fine. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, and it looks pretty good too. I won't show that because of copyright. I'll see if there's some kind of a drawing application. In fact, I think I saw all applications at the bottom. If I flick that up, all apps. Let's see. It doesn't come with Office. It's got like Office 365 or something, and if you touch it, do you want to try it? So yeah, not yet. Back to here. Oh, I love pressing that button. I love that little buzz you get. Oh, there it is. Paint. Okay, so it's kind of given me back into this desktop experience again. I'll try and... Oh yeah, that worked actually. Now I'll try it with the pen and we'll see how this goes. Just note that I'm right-handed, so I'm not used to drawing like this, but we'll just see how it works. Oh wow, that is smooth. I saw like YouTube videos and it was really laggy, but this is smooth. Does it have like light? Well, I guess not in the paint application, but I know there are applications where that does work, but that is really smooth. You could really draw, if you're using your right hand, you could draw kind of like a person with a arm that looks wonky. Well, okay, it's a bit biased here because I'm using the wrong hand, but this is really, really good. And if you were to rub out, yeah, this pen makes drawing really nice actually. Yeah, there we go, that's great. That is nice and smooth. I don't think you could get any smoother than this. This is very reactive. I like that. Okay, so I'm impressed with that. Oh, there's a store. Stickman 2D Stone Age. As a little test, I might just get that because it's free and it's a nice way to test. The way the App Store looks, it's okay. I've got to admit though, I think this single colour, this big blue, looks a bit... It's supposed to be modern, but I don't call this modern UI. I call this the 90s UI, or it may be even the 80s UI. I mean, you could put a gradient or shade it or something. Oh, this is really nice to use. So smooth. Anyway, let's install it. And since it's free, I hope it didn't ask me for my password. Did it? Oh, well, is it installed already? Oh, okay, it says pending here. Seems like it wanted to... Oh, and I can move it around, that's good. Oh, that's... You know what, that's pretty good that you can grab and move it where you want to put it. Live tiles on a desktop computer, no, I don't like that. But live tiles on this is actually very nice. I'm liking live tiles. Although it says installing, it's not telling me how much it's installed. There's no progress bar, but that's still very nice. Like, I put the camera right up and it's still quite clear. So, oh, this screen is just amazing. While that installs, I'll just see if I can change the settings. So let's open this charms bar, settings. Oh, that's brightness, keyboard, the tiles. I'll see if pressing X is easy. Yeah, pressing X is really easy. Click and do not save is easy. Can you right click? Oh, okay, so how did I right click? You've got earth and flowers and stuff. But anyway, what do I think of this so far? I think it's pretty hot right now actually. My iPad doesn't... Ouch. It's not burning hot, but I wouldn't want to hold this. Okay, I can hold it, it's not too bad, but it feels like my hands would get sweaty holding it too much. That's... Yeah, heat seems to be a big problem actually. That's probably the only problem I've noticed so far. But the fact that you can get desktop applications and everything is really good. You've got both this tablet experience and the other experience if you want it. I don't feel I need a start menu here. I could obviously get one. There's an app for that. There's probably an app for that, and in fact I know there's a lot of apps for that. But on a tablet computer, pressing that is fine to bring up this menu and switch between the desktop and this menu. I think that's absolutely fine. Let's just see if this worked. Oh, it does have a progress bar, so it's just there. That's interesting. Okay, so let's see just the general running of this. I'll just do a quick... I've never seen this game before, so I don't know what to expect from it. Oh, and I can see how it's saying tired of playing with caveman, get better units. That evolution's pretty cool. You try and multitask here. And there's some little caveman or something trying to come with a rock. But yeah, that's interesting, so I'll just close that now. It's not a game review or anything, I'm just seeing how apps install and stuff. So yeah, looked at the store though, I can't see a way to search. there's this charms bar. Does that search get you finding apps too? Because those are the apps on the computer. We'll search for an app in the store. Can I search like this? So maybe if I wanted Firefox. Okay, so you can search for apps like that. The last test, I'll just see if I can turn this off. Just sign out. And there should be a way to shut it down. There, shut down. The screen got pretty dirty, but that's what you expect from touchscreen. You can just give it a nice clean. Most people have one if they've got an iPad or anything that usually needs to be cleaned. Okay, so let's see if I can get this charging to work. So here it is. Okay, there we go. It kind of magnetically hooked in. And it's got a kickstand too, I didn't even notice this. And it pops out and it even says it's 128 gig below that. And then wow, that's nice. So it stands up for you, so if you're at the computer and you're using it like this is pretty good actually. So there we go, that is the Surface Pro. So overall with the Surface Pro, I'm pretty impressed. It's just been charging a little bit and I'm worried to touch it because I've heard if you touch it in a certain place while it's charging or something like that, even though it's not charging now, you get a buzz, and I just don't want to drop it now after getting like some electric shot. So I like the Surface Pro. I'm absolutely loving it right now. Desktop applications, everything that you can do with the desktop computer you can do on this, even though it's a bit slower, but it's still pretty good. It's kind of like a laptop computer without the keyboard. It's an iPad that can run desktop applications, Windows 8, Windows 7 stuff. It's really good and I love it. So I'll get my mum to try out the Surface Pro tomorrow and we'll see if she likes it. Anyway, see you next time. Bye.